Now guys, we start the GOC, general organic chemistry. Now it is a very important part of the organic chemistry. Without this you cannot go with the any part of the organic chemistry. It is used in the each and every part of the organic chemistry. Now we started first of all reactions. Okay, so whenever the organic reactions going with this, okay, so in this we can say directly breaking of old bond, and we can say formation of new bond will be taken place, and that is called as chemical reaction. Like if you are able to see this, there is a AA bonding and XX bond will be there. So what is happen with this? In this you can say directly this XX bond is start breaking. Okay, they withdrawing their electron, they withdrawing their electron, and in this we can say their XX electron, they are withdrawing electron, they withdrawing electron, and they will share with each other. Okay, like this. So if you are able to see that in this AA bond is weaker and they start formation of AX bond. So what is happening in this bond is break and shift toward this side, and this bond is break shift toward this side. So AX bond will be formed, AX will be bond will be formed. So in the chemical reaction we can say old bonds are break and new bond are formed. So similar like this we can say bond fission in the organic compounds. Bond fission will be takes place. Bond fission is nothing but bond breaking. Okay, in this we can say there is a carbon attached with the A element, carbon is attached with A element, and we know that very well carbon is a tetravalent compound. Now in this, in first case if you are able to see that electronegativity of A is more than carbon element, electronegativity of A is more than carbon. So what is happen, electron is shifted towards carbon. We can say electron is shifted towards carbon. There is a in carbon and A element there is a two electrons, so we can say electron is shifted towards A element. So A is getting a negative charge and C is getting a positive charge. This is partial del positive and partial del negative charge. Okay, now if you are able to see that if electronegativity of A element, we can say electronegativity of A element is less than carbon. If electronegativity of A element is less than the carbon, so we can say directly one thing, electron is shifted towards carbon, electron is shifted towards carbon. So we can say C is getting a negative charge and A is getting a positive charge. So C negative is called as carb anion, C positive is called as carb cation. This is called as cation, this is called as carb anion. Now when the electronegativity of both elements are equal, almostly equal, so what is happen, this will shifted their own electron, this will shifted their own electrons. Okay, so what is happen, carbon free radical will be formed. This is called as carbon free radical, this is called as carbon free radical. Okay, now understand. So we can say in the bond fission there are three types: carbocation, carbon anion, carbon free radical. Now understand, bond fission is homolytic and heterolytic. We can say heterolytic and homolytic bond fission. Whenever the homolytic bond fission, we can say carbon free radical will be formed, and whenever the heterolytic bond fission, they will form carbocation and carbanion. This is carbocation, this is carbanion. In this, the difference of electronegativity is not equal to 0 whenever the heterolytic bond fission will be there. So we can say in this the difference of electronegativity is not equal to 0, but the difference of electronegativity is almost equal to 0 in homolytic bond fission. And now you have to understand, whenever I say about the carbocation, carbanion and carbon free radical, this is carbon free radical, carbocation, carbanion. So you have to remember it, carbanion and carbocation, they both are sp2 hybridized, and carbanion is sp3 hybridized. Okay, first thing is that, and they are electron deficient, they are electron deficient. Carbon free radical and carbocation having a electron deficient, because for a octet complete they need 8 electron, for octet complete they need 8 electron, but there is a carbon free radical, this is having a 7 electron in the outermost shell, and carbocation is a 6 electron in the outermost shell. Otherwise electron rich is carbanion, this is having a 8 electron in the outermost shell. So we can say this is a electron rich. And whenever we say about the stability order of carbon anion and carbon cation and carbon free radical, so carbon free radical and carbon cation having a same stability order, 3 degree carbon free radical, then 2 degree, then 1 degree, 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree. But carbon anion is complete octet, so that it does not need any electron. So 1 degree carbon ion is more stable than 2 degree, then 3 degree. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you. Now we are going with the electronic displacement effect. Electronic displacement effect, it is of two types: temporary effect and permanent effect. We know that permanent is of three types: inductive, resonance, hyperconjugation. Otherwise temporary effect is electromagnetic effect. So now we are going with the one by one. First of all, we go with the inductive effect. So guys, what is inductive effect? So you have to understand, inductive effect is a permanent effect. So what is happen? It is a permanent polarization in molecules due to partial displacement of sigma electron. Due to partial displacement of sigma electron along a carbon chain towards more electronegative charge atom, this is called as inductive effect. So if you are able to see this in the example, you are able to see there is a carbon chain with a fluorine will be there, and you know that very well, electronegativity of fluorine is more than carbon. So what is happened? Electron shifted towards more electronegative element, charge atom. So we can say fluorine is a more electronegative atom, so electron is shifted towards fluorine. So fluorine is getting a del negative charge. When fluorine is getting a del negative charge, so carbon is having a del positive charge. When del positive charge is generated on the carbon, so the next carbon is generated 2 del positive, and third carbon is generated 3 del positive charge. This is a partial charge, not a permanent. Okay, this is a partial charge, not a permanent. But we can say fluorine is a del negative charge because of the electronegativity difference, and carbon is a del positive charge. And whenever we can say more electronegative having a del negative charge and less electronegative element will form a del positive charge. But in inductive effect, after third carbon, it is very negligible. So we can say features of inductive effect, it is a permanent effect. Depends on the distance. After third carbon, negligible. We can say very weak effect as compared to resonance and hyperconjugation. It is a weak effect as compared to resonance and hyperconjugation. Now inductive effect we divide into two parts. Okay, minus I effect, plus I effect. Minus I effect means which is EWG group. EWG means electron withdrawing group, and plus I effect means electron donating group. Which donate the electron, that is plus I, which withdrawing the electron, they are called as electron withdrawing group, that is minus I. Okay, now if you are able to see that there is a minus I effect table. Okay, this is very important. Without this you cannot solve each question. Okay, so if you want to solve each and every question, you go with the minus I table and plus I table. Okay, that is very important for whole organic chemistry. This sequence you have to understand. Okay, now in this you are able to see that minus NF, this is not a minus, this is dash. Okay, free valency. Okay, NF3 positive charge, NR3 positive charge, NH3 positive charge, NO2, then cyanide, then aldehyde, then carboxylic, then fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, alkoxy, then alcohol, then alkyne, then amine, then phenyl. This is called as pH, phenyl. The symbol of phenyl is pH. Then alkene. This is the sequence of decreasing order of the minus I effect of carbon and its compound. Now we compare it. Now if you are able to see that some comparison is also not given in the books, but that is very important. NF3, NR3, NH3. F means fluorine, R means carbon containing compound. This is a carbon atoms. Okay, now if you are able to see that whenever the N is having a positive charge, this is a nitrogen is a more electronegative element and that is having a positive charge, so we can say directly it is a more electronegative, so it wanted to be a neutral, so it is a more electron withdrawing group. It is work as a more electron withdrawing group, and you are able to see the first atom is all are having a nitrogen. So we are focused on the next element, fluorine, carbon and hydrogen. So fluorine is more electronegative as compared to carbon and hydrogen, and carbon is more electronegative than hydrogen. So we can say NF3, NR3, NH3. Now after this we can say NO2 and cyanide. This is the nitrogen and this is the cyanide. So first element is nitrogen and this first element is cyanide. So we can say then nitrogen, then cyanide. Now in this we can say there is a carbon, there is a carbon. Both are having a carbon, but in cyanide carbon is sp hybridized, in aldehyde carbon is sp2 hybridized. So whenever s percent increases, please understand, whenever s percent increases, electronegativity increases. Okay, so sp having a 50% s character and sp2 is having a 33% s character. Okay, this is a s percent, but in this there is a nitrogen and carbon, and we can say if the first element is nitrogen and first element is carbon, so we can say electronegativity of nitrogen is more than carbon. So we in this we are checking the electronegativity, and in this we are going with the s percent character. Okay, so after this there is a aldehyde and carboxylic. So aldehyde is also having a sp2 hybridized and carboxylic is also be a carbon is sp2 hybridized. Both are having a same s percent. So we can say we are not checking the s percent, but if you remember it, we can say one thing in this. Please understand, this oxygen is more electronegative, this oxygen is more electronegative, so it will withdrawing the electron towards itself. It is withdrawing the electron towards itself. Now this will form a, we can say, del positive charge. This carbon is also form a del positive charge. So now in this you are able to see that oxygen is having a lone pair. Whenever oxygen is having a lone pair and it will form a del positive charge, it will show the back bonding. It will show the back bonding means back bonding. By the help of back bonding, they will complete the octet of carbon. It will complete octet of carbon. But in this carbon is having a positive charge, and whenever the carbon is having a positive charge, means its electronegativity increases. Whenever its electronegativity increases, it will withdrawing the more electron. So we can say aldehyde is more minus I effect than carboxylic. Okay, because of the back bonding. So whenever the back bonding will be there, it will decrease the electron withdrawing power. It will not so in the aldehyde that is a more electron withdrawing power. Now understand, there is a chlorine, there is a OH. Now if you remember it, chlorine electronegativity is approximately 3 and oxygen is, we can say, 3.5, but there is a hydrogen, this is 2.1. there is a hydrogen is also with here. We can say chlorine is a 3 electronegativity. Okay, but oxygen is a 3.5, but we put chlorine first, alcohol last. Because why? Because we can say directly hydrogen is a 2.1, so some electron is withdrawing towards the hydrogen side by oxygen, so its 3.5 actual electronegativity is decreases by the hydrogen. Okay, like you suppose you are stay in the outside of the home, and sometime your father is dropping you money, so you cannot, if your pocket is empty and your father is giving you money, so you cannot ask to your friends, you cannot go for any like of robbery. Okay, so you whenever your father is giving you money properly on the time, so you are not withdrawing the money from anyone. Okay, so that's we are comparing right now with the electronegativity. I hope this is very clear to you. I am going with a comparison that is not given in the books. Okay, now this is a alkyne. In alkyne, this is a, we can say, sp carbon, this is a sp hybridized carbon. Okay, so alkyne is sp and sp carbon, and it is more electronegative than nitrogen. There is a 2 sp carbon, there is a sp3. So we can say this carbon is more electronegative. Okay, in this we are not show the carbon and nitrogen electronegativity. In this carbon is sp and nitrogen is sp3, so we can say it is more electronegative. You have to understand, this is a important one. Okay, sometimes students will not remember this one. Okay, now then we can say phenyl, then alkene. Why phenyl? Phenyl is having a 6 sp2 carbon, 6 sp2 hybridized carbon. Otherwise alkene is only 2 sp2 carbon, so it is having a more withdrawing power. Okay, now understand plus I effect. if you are able to see that plus I effect, in plus I effect is called as electron releasing group. Plus I effect is called as electron releasing group. In electron releasing group, we can say there is a CH2 negative, NH negative, O negative. So carbon is a negative charge, nitrogen is a negative charge, O is a negative charge. Whenever the negative charge will be there in any element, they will donate the electron more faster. They will donate the electron more faster as compared to neutral atom, lone pair. Okay. So CH2 negative, NH negative, and O negative. Then COO negative, because why CO negative is after the O negative, because there is a, we can say, some when it will donate it, because they are in the cross conjugation. Okay, they are in the cross conjugation. So you have to remember it, O negative after COO negative. Okay, now then 3 degree carbon, then 2 degree carbon, then 1 degree carbon. Now that CT3, CD3, CH3, TDH. Deuterium and deuterium are the isotope of hydrogen. Deuterium and deuterium are the isotope of hydrogen. Okay, now understand, this is a more important point for JEE students also. Okay, now CT3, CD3 and CH3. Why sir it is this order? Because in deuterium is a mass is more. When the mass is more, its vibration is less. When its vibration is less, so it is on the same plane with the carbon, so they will uh, donating more electron easily. But in case of hydrogen, hydrogen will vibrate like this, so it is not with the carbon, so it is not able to donating the electron as compared to deuterium. So it will not donating the electron to any other element like a CT. Okay, CH is also donating, CD is also donating, but we can say CT3 is donating more as compared to CD3 than CH3. And we can say about the bond strength also. So whenever the vibration is less, whenever the mass is more, vibration is less, so they are closer to each other. This bond is shorter because they are not vibrating, so they are attracted towards each other. So we can say mass is more, vibration is less, so bond length is also decreases. But in this, bond length is also increases, so it will not donate the other also electron. Okay, now understand applications of inductive effect. Whenever I say about the applications of inductive effect, we can say stability of intermediates, stability of reactions intermediate like carbocation, carbon anion and carbon free radical. So in this we can say, directly stability of carbocation. We can say directly one thing, it is directly proportional to the positive, means plus I effect, and inversely proportional to the minus I effect. And whenever I say about the carbon ion is directly proportional to the minus I, means whenever the minus I group will be there, carbon anion stability increases, but whenever the plus I group will be there, carbon ion stability decreases. It is a vice versa with carbocation and carbon ion. Carbocation is stability increases with the plus I, carbon free radical stability is increases with the plus I also. Okay, so carbon cation and carbon free radical stability is increases with the plus I effect, and we can say carbon ion stability is increases with the minus I effect, and carbocation and carbon free radical stability is decreases with the minus I effect, and carbon anion stability is decreases with the in the presence of plus I effect. Now we are going with the find out the some stability of the compound. This is the 3 degree carbocation, this is the 2 degree, this is the 1 degree. So we can say 3 degree is more stable than 2 degree than 1 degree. Okay, because stability of carbocation is 3, 2, 1. This is the carbon ion in the second example, so we can say this is like this. Now in the example number 3, there is a chlorine. Chlorine is having a minus I. There is a 2 chlorine, there is a minus I. Chlorine is work as a minus I. Okay, so whenever the minus I increases, carbocation stability decreases. So there is a only one, so this is more stable as compared to last one. Okay, because there is a 3 minus I, and whenever the minus I is more, we can say carbocation stability decreases. Now in example number 4, there is a fluorine. Fluorine is having a minus I charge. Fluorine is having a minus I charge. Fluorine is having a minus I charge. This is a closer with a cation. This is a distance with a cation. Okay, so we can say directly one thing. Whenever the minus I charge increases, we can say carbocation stability decreases. But in this there is a distance. Fluorine is same. There is only one fluorine, but they are on distance. So inductive effect is based on distance dependent effect. So we can say they are closer, so they are withdrawing the more electron. This fluorine is withdrawing the more electron as compared to second and third one. So we can say third one carbocation is more stable than second one, than first one. Now if you are able to see that in example number 5 and 6, in example number 5 there is a sp carbon, there is a sp2 carbon, there is a sp3 carbon, and we can say there is a negative charge. So whenever we can say as percent increases, electronegativity increases, so carbon negative charge stability increases. Okay, so in this sp there is a 50% s character, there is a 33% s character, there is a 25% s character. So we can say negative charge is carbon ion, that is a negative charge that is stable on alkyne, then alkene, then alkane. Now there is a minus charge in question number 6. You are able to see that there is a negative charge, there is a negative charge. Okay, and there is a NO2 group, there is a fluorine group. So we can say NO2 group minus I effect of NO2 group is more as compared to fluorine. Okay, so we can say first one is more stable as compared to second one. Now we are go with the acidic strength. So we can say acidic strength is increases by minus I and decreases by plus I group. This is very much important. Okay, this question is asked in the previous year of JEE and NEET both. Okay, and whenever the Ka value increases, we can say acidic strength increases, and whenever the pKa value decreases, acidic strength increases. Remember these 2 points, Ka and pKa, in the form of this also. Okay, because some books are not given Ka values and pKa in the form of Ka and pKa. Okay, so I will go acidic strength. After the whole completion, we go with the one lecture with the acidic strength also. Okay, now if you are able to see that, find out the acidic strength. So if you are able to see that, how we can say whenever the minus I increases, acidic strength increases. Okay, so we can say directly one thing in this. There's a there's a formic acid, there's a, we can say ethanoic acid, propanoic acid. Okay, so there is a carbon is increases. When you go left to right, you are able to see there is a carbon increases. So we can say there is a CH3 is a plus I groups. So we can say they are a plus I group increases. There is a 2 plus I group, there is a plus I group and plus I group and plus I group. So we can say whenever plus I group increases, acidic strength decreases. In this is a formic acid, this is called as formic acid. In formic acid there is a no carbon, so we can say there is a acidic strength, or there is this. In the second one, if you are able to see that there is a 3 fluorine, there is a 3 minus I group, there is a 3 minus I group. In the second one, we can say there is a 2 minus I group. In first one, we can say there is a 1 minus I group. So in this we can say whenever minus I group increases, acidic strength increases. So this is the order. Now in the third one, there is a 2 carbon, this is oxalic acid, this is malonic acid, this is succinic acid. 2 carboxylic, there is a oxalic acid, 2 carboxylic, and there is a 1 CH2, there is a malonic, and 2 carboxylic and 2 CH2 group, there is a succinic acid. So in this we can say when this is a plus I group, this is a plus I group, this is only a 1 plus I group, and this is having no plus I group. Okay, first one having no plus I group. So we can say when you go left to right, you are able to see that plus I group increases, and whenever the plus I group increases, acidic strength decreases. I hope guys this is very clear to you. Okay, now there is a CH3COH, and there is a CH3, there is a 1 Cl, there is a 2 chlorine, there is a 3 chlorine. So chlorine is having a minus I charge, this chlorine is having a minus 2 minus I charge, there is a 1 minus I charge, there is a no minus I charge, and whenever the minus I charge increases, we can say acidic strength increases. Now in this fifth one, you are able to see there is a chlorine, again there is a chlorine is having a minus I charge. So this all the chlorine is having a minus I charge, but this chlorine is a closer to this carboxylic. This is the distance of 1 carbon, this is the distance of 2 carbon, and whenever the minus I group, we know that very well, the distance increases, minus I is power decreases. Whenever the distance increases, minus I power decreases. So we can say last one is more acidic than second one than first one. Okay, now we are go with the basic strength, And basic strength we can say directly, whenever the plus I group increases, basic strength increases, and whenever the minus I group increases, basic strength decreases. Basic strength means donating power. Basic strength means either we can say lone pair donor, either we can say negative charge donor, either we can say electron donor, okay, like this. And this question is always asked in the JE questions, JE advanced questions, and NEET questions also, okay. So guys, and this question is we go with the some different type of question also in the last of the topic when we complete resonance, hyperconjugation, inductive, all this topic we completed now. So we go with the some difficult type of questions. First of all, this is the some basic parts, so I will take this one part, okay. So you believe you don't believe it, we go with the some so much difficult type question, so it is very easy for you. For a GOC is very easy, you feel it after the completion of whole GOC. Now there is a CH3 is a plus I group, now there is a chlorine is a minus I group, and there is a no plus I, no minus I, and we know that whenever the plus I group increases, basic strength increases. So we can say first one is more basic, then second one, then third one. In second example, you are able to see there is a 3 plus I group, and the second one having a 2 plus I group, and this is a 3 carbon, this is a 3 carbon also, okay. So we can say in this which one is more basic. So you are able to see that we can say this one we increase one more carbon, okay, like this one, okay, this is okay. So if you are able to see that this is a 3 carbon, this is also be a 3 carbon, sir, but there is a this carbon is containing 2 CH3, but this carbon containing only 1 CH2 group. So we can say this one is more basic. So we can say first one, then second one, then third one, okay. They are closer, this CH3 group are closer, but if you are able to see that last one, the carbon attached with nitrogen having a 1 carbon only, but the carbon attached with the nitrogen, this carbon having a 2 carbon. So we can say they will give the more electron as compared to the last one carbon, okay, this one carbon. So we can say second one is more basic as compared to third one, and first one is more basic. There is a OH, okay, there is a 2 carbon, there is a 1 carbon, there is a 2 carbon, there is a 1 carbon. So we can say 1 2 3 is a basic order, okay. Now in this there is a 3 degree, there is a 2 degree, there is a 1 degree, there is a 1 degree, and we can say directly in this we have to find out the basic strength, okay. In this we have to find out. So we can say directly one thing, this is a 3 degree, okay, there is a 3 sides, there is a plus I group, 3 sides there is a plus I group, there is a 2 sides, there is a plus I group. So whenever the plus I group increases, basic strength increases, so donating power increases, okay. So we can say first one, then second one, then third one, okay. Now in this the fifth one is more important, very very important, because this nitrogen is sp3 hybridized, this nitrogen is sp2 hybridized, this nitrogen is sp hybridized, because sp hybridized nitrogen is attached with a triple bond, sp2 is attached with a double bond, and sp3 is attached with a single bond. So whenever in this s character increases, s character is 50%, whenever s percent increases, okay, please understand, s percent increases, electronegativity increases, so basic strength decreases, please understand. So we can say first one is more basic, then second one, then third one. Now in this you are able to see that this carbon is sp, this is sp2, this is sp3. So s percent increases, electronegativity increases, basic strength decreases. So we can say first one is more basic, then second one, then third one. Fifth and sixth are very very important examples, okay. Now in seventh and eighth you are able to see that this nitrogen lone pair we can say localized, this is localized lone pair, means they not participate in the resonance, okay. We complete this topic in the resonance also, so you are more clear in the seventh one, okay. So for seventh one you have to wait for a resonance lecture also, and this lone pair we can say delocalize. Delocalize means they are participating in the resonance. So we can say whenever the lone pair is localized, that is more basic as compared to delocalized lone pair, okay. Now in this you are able to see eighth one, this nitrogen is we can say sp2 hybridized, this nitrogen is sp3 hybridized. So this is more basic. Second one is more basic in this. In this we can say second one is more basic. Both are localized lone pair, but in this The hybridization of first nitrogen is sp2 and the second nitrogen is sp3. Okay, so s percent increases, electronegativity increases, basic strength decreases. Now in ninth and 10th examples are very very important. There is a CH3 negative, NH2 negative, O negative, F negative. So they are in the period, they are the period elements when we are going with the left to right in the period. Okay, so we check electronegativity order. So electronegativity of fluorine is more. Okay, whenever electronegativity of fluorine is more, we check electronegativity order. Okay, and fluorine electronegativity is more as compared to carbon. So this is the order: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, electronegativity. This is the order. Sorry, this is the order: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine is a more electronegative. So we can say which is more electronegative, and whenever the electronegativity increases, basic strength decreases. So we can say carbon is more basic than NH2 negative, than OH negative, than F negative, because carbon is less electronegative, so more donating power. But in example number 10th, you are able to see that fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. When you go in the top to bottom in the halogen family, there is a fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. We check size factor. We check size factor, and whenever you remember it, size. Please understand. Size increases. We can say anion more stable when size is more. When anion is more stable when size is more, so it will not donate the negative charge. So more is the size. Please understand, we can say more size, more stable anion. So we can say weaker, we can say weaker the base. So fluorine is a small size, so it will donate faster as compared to iodine. This is the order. In this we does not check electronegativity. In this we check size factor. I hope guys this is very clear to you. This is a part of inductive effect, okay, of GOC. In the next part we take it resonance effect. Okay, so guys, thanks for watching. If you like this, and then subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.